This has yet been another difficult week for the Jewish people. After Shabbat, and for us a very uplifting Shabbat with many smachot like we've had lately, I'm sure you saw the news in Boulder, Colorado, the attack on the Run for Their Lives, Boulder Jewish community that gathered together, as they do here every single week, to bring the message that 58 hostages are still in captivity in Israel. And even within our own community, that violent attack has touched members of our synagogue whose brother and sister-in-law were burnt with second-degree burns requiring surgery for recovery. And yet, on this holiday, which is considered to be our brightest, filled with the light of Torah, when we gather together in joy, we gather together 500 plus strong Sunday night to show our commitment to Torah, to community, to learning, and the preservation of our tradition, and that Torah still has meaning and still has guidance, all the more so as our life as Jews here in America are attacked. And even 20 plus of us stayed up all night to receive Torah, to reenact that moment at Mount Sinai with our sunrise service in our Linden courtyard, beginning in darkness and ending with a sky that was as beautiful as you could ever imagine. So even as our world is dimmed, there's light, not just above, but light in coming together, light in celebrating, light in remembering, and light in honoring. Nathan Laufer's book on the Jewish calendar, called Rendezvous with God, revealing the meaning of the Jewish holidays and their mysterious rituals, opens the chapter on Shavuot with this title, You Can't Do It Alone. This festival of Shavuot, commemorating revelation at Mount Sinai, when God gave us the Ten Commandments and the Torah, the greatest of life's teachings, ethics, and morals, our history, teaching us how to live the Jewish way, how to be a mensch. Today is the day referred to as Zman Matan Toratenu, the time when our Torah was given to us, the anniversary of the day long ago when our ancestors met God, receiving the Torah, passing it down generation to generation to us, Lador Vador. So why would he entitle this chapter, You Can't Do It Alone? In our age now of DIY, of self-help, that if we need to do anything, we can just Google it, find a YouTube video. When we have personal autonomy and ChatGPT can answer us quicker than we can hear back from our doctor's office, our plumber, and even a rabbi, the truth is we can't do it alone. We all know that not just because we are programmed as social animals, not just because the Torah teaches it is not good for man to be alone, not just because we are required to pray in community with a minyan. We know that we are part of something bigger, something deeper, a chain in the tradition that has been passed down, and God willing, we will continue to add more chains for years to come. When our ancestors arrived at Mount Sinai after the Exodus from Egypt, there we read that the entire Jewish people encamped at the foot of the mountain. However, the Torah's wording is odd. There they use the singular form, setting up camp, Vaichan Sham Yisrael, which is grammatically incorrect. Just a few verses earlier, when the Israelites were encamped in another spot, the Torah uses the grammatically correct form of plural in Hebrew, Vayachanu. They encamped. So why does the Torah highlight that they camped singularly, not with the plural word? Because at that moment, the Jewish people were united. They were one. As Rashi comments, Ki ish echad belev echad. They stood together with one heart. Am echad belev echad. A people united with their hearts beating as one. This model of Jewish unity, achdut, and solidarity, one moment in our history perhaps, we strive for that now. Perhaps we felt it right after October 7th, achdut, one people with one heart beating together. The rabbis say that for that one moment, every single Jew from all time, including you and me, our parents and grandparents, and if we're blessed with children and grandchildren, all stood together at Mount Sinai with our hearts beating as one. This powerful image of generations united focus our everlasting connection that family shares, that we all share. The blessings of our families that have been passed down, the history and the loving memories, and even the painful ones, the lessons that we have been taught, the love that we hold so close. We pray that this moment we can conjure those up, and at the moments when we need them most. Today is the anniversary of the giving of the Torah, when we all stood as one. When Torah was given, how could it be that we received Torah? We all received it at that one moment. Rabbi Adin Steinsaltz writes that giving and receiving are interconnected. We can't have giving without receiving, and we can't receive without having something given, but they are essentially different. Giving happens at one specific moment, but the complementary act of receiving can take time to internalize, to understand, to appreciate, and to accept. It can even take generations. At Mount Sinai, our ancestors spoke in one unified voice, responding to God, giving the Ten Commandments, and accepting, Na'aseh v'nishma, we will do and we will hear. But that's not usually how receiving works. It often takes time. In fact, it can take a lifetime. When sitting with families preparing for a funeral, I've witnessed a moment of clarity when an adult child fully understands something a parent did for them 20, 30, or 40 years earlier. Or when sitting with new parents choosing a name for a new baby, they reflect on the gifts of a grandparent that they never really took to heart. The act of receiving doesn't have an expiration date. It often takes time. When a person does something for us, gives us a gift, shares advice, even just looks at us a specific way, we don't always appreciate it. We don't always hear it in the moment. We don't always understand it. Sometimes we may intentionally close our ears to it and push it away. It might take years to grasp the meaning of what was given and what was offered, to accept the instruction, to take the guidance, to use it to chart a new direction, to grasp the meaning of the love and care that were offered to us, to understand the value of the china plates that we inherited, the old pictures, the baseball glove given to us, the shoebox filled with mandel bread mailed to our college dormitory, the pots and pans that were clanging at 5 a.m. when we visited, the smell of a newborn that we held close to our chest. These lessons, these memories, these gifts keep revealing themselves to us, we pray, so that we understand them in deeper ways year after year, so that they mean more to us. They mean something differently, for we need them to guide us, to remind us of who we are, of where we came from, and where we're going. This is Torah, the Torah of our lives, the Torah of our families, the Torah of our friends, just like the Torah that God gave to us in that one moment, that the rabbis say we still receive today. The giving of the Torah was one moment, but the receiving is new every single day. We gain a new insight. We see something that we need right now to teach us, to hold us, to inspire us, and to guide us, for it takes a lifetime to grasp. Rabbi Jonathan Sachs, of blessed memory, wrote a special short essay that I always study with our confirmation class, our 10th graders, who will be celebrating their confirmation this coming Shabbat. It's called Why I Am a Jew. He writes, the deepest question any one of us can ask is, who am I? To answer it, we have to go deeper than just where do I live, what do I do. The most fateful moment in my life came when I asked myself that question, who am I? And knew the answer was, I'm a Jew. And this is why I'm a Jew because I'm a child of my people. I've heard the call to add my own chapter to its unfinished story. I am a stage on its journey, a connecting link between generations. The dreams and hopes of my ancestors live on in me. I'm the guardian of their trust, now and for the future. I'm a Jew because I'm the moral heir of those who stood at Mount Sinai and pledged themselves to live by these truths for all time. Take it, treasure it, learn to understand and love it. Carry it, and it will carry you. And may you in turn pass it on to future generations, because we are a member of an eternal people. We are a letter in their scroll, a letter in the Torah scroll. Let their eternity live on in you. Giving and receiving is today's theme. As Nathan Laufer teaches, you can't do it alone. We don't have to, and in fact, we shouldn't. When we gather in a moment for Yizkor, to remember those no longer with us, but still with us in so many ways. When we recall them today, when we recall the gifts that they gave to us, the profound effects that they might have that we recognize just this moment, that has the ability to change our trajectory, to point out the ways to follow, to set us on the right path. It grounds us and centers us. When we remember those defining moments, the precious people that touched ours and our lives, we seek to embody their Torah, their values, and their teachings. And in that way, they still live on in us. The more we remember, the clearer the path, and a reminder that we can't do this alone. May their memory inspire us to fill our lives with more value, more time, more kindness, and love, and to write our own Torah and share that with all those that are special to us. Chag Sameach.